Oder hat sich alles in ihrem Kopf abgespielt?
The difference is, she's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush.
Also.
After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Alter, Alter Falter. Crazy. Ich kann nochmal Hairbrush, damit ich Virginity. Alter Falter.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Stell dir mal vor, wie merkwürdig das für die Männer sein muss. Also.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15. Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Anna got pregnant and broke the rules by sleeping with Simon. Okay. Ouija wollte ich. Ja, ich kann nicht schreiben. Was haben wir? Rules. Haben wir auch noch was. Okay.
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity.
Identity.
I don't know.
Wir merken. Wie wird das geschrieben? Identity? Da müssen wir kurz gucken.
Mistaken
Identity. Okay.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Chasing. Oh, shit. Oh, is it going down there? You done? Oh. Ach so, oh. Ja. It was me. Oh, mal gucken.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present. I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Warte mal, die hatten gesagt, blonde Haare wurden blond Hair und sie hatte eine Wig an. Das ist die Frage, wer von wen, also wer eine Perücke anhatte.
A wig? You mean, what type of wig? No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything.
Anna?
Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It was like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys.
Hat sie doch eine Affäre eigentlich gehabt.
Parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
STT?
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Differences between Eve and Hannah. Eve couldn't get pregnant. Some guy gave her CD. Long week.
This other person doesn't exist.
Und Herr. Hier war noch was. Oh Gott, 2 Minuten 36.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind. So I think that's a good place to stop.
Ja. The Wind and the Rain, Nutrition Ballad. Sehr traditionell. Ach Gott, was wollte ich? Warte mal, Punishment. Punishment. Punished. Betrayal. Betrayed. Gibt es auch nur das eine. Kill. Auch nicht. Lit. The Love Confession, das also auch nicht. Rocks. 17 Sekunden.
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
Drinks. Drinking problem. Auch nix. Identity. Identities. Oh, das ist so die Frage, ne? Die hat ja. Ich so STD könnte man vielleicht noch nehmen. Das ist diese Krankheit gewesen.
I was living in the attic.
Wurde weggesperrt. Gedanklich.
Hard time. I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Das heißt dass sie die Mushrooms irgendwie geholt hat?
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen, you can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Wen haben die denn umgebracht?
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Nee, Cat Flaps. Ah. Und noch was?
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Ah, okay, eine Katzenklappe.
No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it. When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
Hat die vorhin ja gemacht.
Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Würde mich wirklich mal interessieren, wie das vom Gehirn, wie die Gehirnaktivität dann ausschlägt, wenn Menschen mit einer gespaltenen Persönlichkeit, oder nicht mit gespaltener, ich glaube, das ist der falsche Ausdruck, ich bin mir gerade nicht sicher, aber wenn Menschen zwei verschiedene Persönlichkeiten haben, und die Menschen gibt es ja, wie die Gehirnaktivität sich dann verändert. Login Code. Das will ich dann auch nochmal eintragen.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Login Code. Wow. Parcel. Tapes. Okay, Tape. Gut, die Bodies sind ja, ne? Sind ja schon tot.
Yeah. 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Wen haben die denn umgebracht?
Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Baby.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Only a few months after what? Dollhouse habe ich mir noch aufgeschrieben. Da haben wir noch was.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Wahrscheinlich ja nicht konnte, weil dieser Dachboden wahrscheinlich so deren imaginärer Raum gewesen ist. Tja, was machen wir denn jetzt noch? Records. Oh, haben wir hier 8 Sekunden.
I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Das könnten wir noch nehmen. Oh.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Wahrscheinlich bei der Fehlgeburt, oder?
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So... She was sat behind him. She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
Singing. Singer, ich weiß nicht mehr, wer war genau.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Okay, das war Eve. Also Eve war die Sängerin. Wie wird denn die Sängerin geschrieben? Auf Englisch. Ist egal. Singer. Wearing a wig, glaube ich. Ich glaube, das war so, ne? Na, Kurt Simon. Ist so toll, das habe ich jetzt bei mir. Verdammt. Oder rappen. Eigentlich ist nicht alles, wahrscheinlich nicht. Guilty.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
Mhm.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me.
Er dachte, du
There was
bist
the
sie.
Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But
Herring haben wir auch nichts weiter. Ja, das war. Ich glaube, sonst habe ich jetzt hier nichts weiter. Bisschen noch Fighting vielleicht. Oh, hier haben wir noch was. Ah, gut, Sekunden.
no. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Mit.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Auf Database X, Alter. A and I. Muss gucken, was Schizophrenie. Ich weiß nicht, ob das. Ich glaube, es ist wahrscheinlich die Schizophrenie. Aber ich würde es. %. Baby Cutting noch.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Action. Oh.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books.
Die wurde ja.
And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
was.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
It's birthday.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Mm-hmm. Baby. Okay, haben wir auch noch
We
was?
spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Wir noch schreiben. Oh.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. I'm sweet enough as it is.
Aha.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Vielleicht. 5 Sekunden.
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
Kann man hier cancel? Quit? Oh. Toll. Jetzt habe ich das Spiel... Ja gut, continue. Okay. Ich dachte, ich muss vielleicht da raus, weil ich den Chit-Chat hatte. sie so geschrieben? Ja. Ich denke, ich bin schon auf der richtigen Spur, mehr oder weniger. Aber ich muss echt überlegen. Parents. Aber ach, guck mal, noch 12 Sekunden.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Illness. Ist das richtig geschrieben? Ah, da wäre ich Sickness. Ah. Oh, noch was.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out. I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
Sarah? Whatever.
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Ja, Eve und Hannah, ne?
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story?
Please tell me the
It's a real
story.
life fairy tale.
Fairy Tale könnten wir auch. Fairy Tale, okay. So, einmal Sarah zum Mitnehmen, bitte.